this is the Wednesday, September 1st, 2021 meeting of the Franklin Township Planning Board. Franklin Township is operating under a declaration of state and local emergency due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, and it has been determined that the public's attendance at meetings would pose a risk to their health, safety, and welfare. Therefore, this meeting has been relocated from the council chambers at the Franklin Township Municipal Building to a virtual meeting format, and is being conducted utilizing virtual remote telecommunications equipment in conformance with the directives of the state of New Jersey. The relocation of this virtual meeting was posted in the township's official newspaper, the Courier News, on the township website and within the municipal building. This notice detailed the following means of public participation in this remote meeting, either by a link to the virtual meeting via WebEx or a call-in number for those without internet access. Public inspection of the application materials is made available via the township website and or the planning zoning department in the municipal building. Formal action may be taken at this virtual meeting. As a reminder to board members, please mute yourselves unless you wish to speak or to provide a vote. Please withhold questions until all the applicant's witnesses have finished presenting, at which time the chair will ask the board for comment. Instructions for public input are as follows. For those of the public who are joining via WebEx, there are two options. You can press the raise hand button. To use this feature, click on the participants icon in the lower right corner of your screen, which will open a new participants window on the right side of your screen. In the lower right hand corner of that window will be a hand icon. Click on it. For those members of the public that are listening via the call-in number who wish to speak, press *3. At the appropriate time in the meeting, township staff will announce your name, unmute you, and you will have opportunity to provide comment. Please provide your name and address. If providing a statement, the board attorney will swear you in. After speaking, if on the WebEx, please press the lower hand button, and if calling in, press *3 again. Okay. So with that, Christine, let's see, let me go to the agenda you just sent today so I can announce what we're not hearing. Okay, so if you're here tonight for 31 Voorhees LLC, PLN 20-00013, that's being carried to our meeting on October 20th, 2021, without further notification needed. And Christine, I don't know if you have to read something off to let people know, participate in that when it's time.
Yes, please. So it's carried to October 20th with no further notification needed. For those wishing to participate in the hearing via virtual WebEx meeting, excuse me, the event address for attendees will be posted on the township's website at https://www.franklintwp.org/home/components/event/17576/2232. For those wishing to listen via telephone, the call-in number is 1-408-418-9388. Access code for that meeting is 179-088-3042. Again, 31 Voorhees will be carried to October 20th at 7:30 p.m. Via virtual. The information is up on the screen now. And if you have any questions, you can reach me at 732-873-2500. My extension is 6215. Okay, Mike.
Thanks, Christine. I just want to get that out of the way before we start the meeting in case anybody's here. So let's follow the agenda now and do the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice
for all.
Roll call.
Chase?
Did you start the roll call with me?
Yes, I did.
I am here.
Coral Hauk?
Here.
Mahir Rafiq? Carol Schmidt?
Yes, here.
Jennifer Ragnow?
Yes, here.
Mustafa Manzray? Where's Mustafa? I'll
I
go
saw
back to
him.
him.
Mhm.
Charles Brown,
Here.
Robert Thomas,
Here.
Sammy Shaban, and Chairman Orsini.
Here.
Mustafa Manzray, can you say you're here so we know we can count on you? Mustafa? Hello? Mustafa, can you say here so we can carry on the meeting, please? I think he just said here, that's good enough. Okay.
He's on
Tavala.
mute.
Mark, can you unmute him? I'm not host anymore.
Yep, Mustafa, I just unmuted you.
Mustafa, can you say you're here, please?
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mike, go ahead.
All right, thanks. Let's see. We have no minutes tonight, right? Resolutions, we have one, and that's for the Franklin Township Public Library hearing we had at the last meeting for the South Branch, PLN 21-0014. I'll entertain a motion to approve that resolution.
Robert Thomas, I think you're trying to speak, but you're on mute because I see your mouth moving, but I can't hear anything.
Move to approve. Thank you.
Second.
And we have a second. Okay. Thank you.
Carl
Um,
Howell,
Aye.
This is when you say something like for or against or yes or no.
Carl Hauk,
Yes.
Carol Schmidt,
Yes.
Jennifer Ragnow,
Yes.
Manzray,
Yes.
Charles Brown,
Yes.
Robert Thomas,
Yes.
and Chairman Orsini.
Yes.
Thank you.
We have no discussion items, so I'll make a motion to open to the public for general planning comments that are not subject to any hearing tonight. Inside Property Group, if you're here for that, will have its own public opening. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to open to the public.
Move to open to the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, meeting is open to the public for anyone who has a general planning comment. Got
Mr.
anybody?
Chairman, I'm not seeing anybody raising their hand.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and move to close the public portion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, meeting is now closed. Um,
I can ask everybody to mute if you're not speaking.
well, so let's bring in the folks who are representing Insight.
Okay, will do.
Hello.
Hello. I see we have Bob Smith. We can
Chairman,
hear
how
you.
are you tonight?
Good, Bob. We can hear you.
Terrific.
Can't see you, but we can hear
I
you.
don't know why. I'm trying to find the video side of this, and I'm not seeing a video icon. So I'm not quite. Oh, wait. Yep. Let's see. Aha! Wonders of technology.
All right.
All right, Mr. Chairman, Bob Smith. I'm a licensed attorney in the state of New Jersey. I'm here tonight representing Insight Property Group for a property known as 619 Somerset Street, Block 162, Lot 1.01. And we're here tonight seeking in effect, a 1/10 of a foot variance for a front yard setback. The zoning requires 35 feet. We built the building at 34.9. Now, you may say to yourself, now, how can that happen? I think the words of Forrest Gump apply here, and I'm not going to repeat them. But when we turned in our as-built survey, staff said, you know, you're a tiny bit off. And we looked at our procedures and processes and said, quite frankly, we can't figure out how that happened. My only possible explanation for this is the pandemic. And the reason I say that is because that's the excuse for everything at this time, at this particular time. Plus, I do think people have been tense, missing things, a little crazy, you know, whatever you might want to say. But we, through inadvertence, built the building 1/10 of a foot too close to Eugene Avenue. And we're here tonight seeking what in effect is forgiveness. So that, which would be the front yard variance for 34.9 feet. This is an already built building. And we are embarrassed and hope that the board will show mercy to us tonight. I would also point to the report of your technical review committee, which kind of points out the obvious, that we were inadvertent on the location, but that we, meaning the township staff, believe that the master plan and zoning ordinance are in no way harmed by this mistake. The Franklin Township Planning Board previously approved a preliminary and major final subdivision and a preliminary and final site plan, which was granted on February the 19th, 2020, and memorialized May 6, 2020. And I can now tell you this very pretty building is now built. And the further comment from the staff is we feel that to require the building to move 1/10 of a foot would be an undue hardship, and we certainly agree with that. I have two witnesses that I don't see on the list. One was a fellow named Elias Salabi, who is speaking on behalf of management. And secondly, Dan Reeves, who's a licensed professional engineer, both of whom would have said the same thing I said, which is we are embarrassed and we're asking for mercy. And we don't
Well,
think.
Bob, I don't think I need to hear from your management. I mean, you're pretty clear from your explanation what happened. It's also clear that you're not in favor of demolishing the building. So you're asking forgiveness and not permission, which is one of my favorite phrases, actually. So I guess we would just need to hear your planner statement to back up the, planning justification for the variance, which, I mean, I think we could probably all provide it ourselves, but I think you and your planner have to. And we can just go from there.
So I now see Mr. Reeves is on. I'd ask that Dan Reeves be admitted so I can ask him a question or two.
He's admitted he just needs to put his camera on and unmute himself.
All right, Dan, would you do that?
Oh, I can see him.
Can everybody hear me?
Hi, Dan. Yes. Good evening. We can see and hear you.
Good evening, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, Dan, so I think what the chairman is asking for is kind of the obvious, which is,
We need to swear him in.
okay, good idea.
Thank you. Mr. Reeves, would you raise your right hand, sir? Solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. I do. Name and address for the record, please.
Daniel Reeves, Reeves. My office address is 55 Lane Road in 55 Lane Road in Wayne, New Jersey.
Okay. Mr. Reeves, for the record, you're a licensed professional engineer.
That is correct.
Okay. And I don't know for sure, but I don't think you're a planner, are you?
That is correct. I am not a planner.
Okay. So I gotta go kind of around the boat here, around the back. And the first and obvious question is to ask the applicant to move the building. Would, in your opinion, as an engineer, be that it would be an absolute undue hardship on the applicant to do so?
Absolutely, yes, it would be.
Okay, and also too, when you look at the 1/10 of a foot difference from the 35 feet to the 34.9 feet, is that even something that's visible from the street? Something that anybody walking by would even be aware of?
No, I would not say that that would be visible by the naked eye. I would agree with that.
All right, and in terms of, even though we missed it by 1/10 of a foot, can you see any awful precedent or harm to the township's ordinances, should they be kind enough to grant mercy tonight?
No, based on my past experiences, I do not see that as being a concern.
So, and is there anything else you want to add?
Not at this time.
Mr. Clark, and is there any question that you think I should pose to Mr. Reeves that would be helpful?
No, I don't think so. And Mr. Chairman, if I could, my opinion on this matter would be, and this goes out to all the board members as well, I don't see the need for planning testimony to justify a variance that I think everyone would consider to be de minimis. There's case law out there that says you don't need to have a planner every time you need a variance. It depends upon the extent of the relief. Obviously, this is, next to nothing.
Right. Well, thanks, Jim. I appreciate that. It's because we're all used to hearing from planners to testify for variance relief and justification for it. So thanks for that clarification, and I totally agree. So
Mr. Chairman, that concludes our case.
sounds good.
Mr. Chairman, if I could add
Yeah.
two more things. One is that the portion of the building that is 34.9 as opposed to 35 is actually a very small portion of the building. The building, if you recall, is several hundred feet long. So it's not like the entirety of the several hundred foot long building doesn't comply. There's one little architectural projection, if you will, at the corner that is about 11 feet in length of the total, again, several hundred foot length of the building. That's the portion that extends 0.1 feet into the setback. The setback to the residential properties that complies, and the only portion that doesn't comply is an unimproved portion of Eugene Avenue. So it's basically a paper street, a wooded paper street that it adjoins.
So it makes something that's de minimis look even more so. Okay.
Mr. Reeves, could you? Is that what I just stated consistent with your understanding of the situation?
Absolutely, Mr. Healy. I think you explained that perfectly with that small bump out in that corner.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Any questions from the board? All right. Seeing none. I'm glad to see there are none. It open to the public. So I'll make a motion to open to the public for any comment on this hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Mark, give it a minute or so and just let me know if anybody in the
Sure.
public is either here or wants to speak.
Sure. And just to remind the public, if you're participating via WebEx, you can use the raised hand function. If you're calling in, you can press *3. Okay, I'm not seeing anybody, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, thanks, Mark. So I make a motion to close this meeting, this hearing to the public.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. So I'll just go ahead. I mean, I don't think we need any more discussion. We kind of don't need to build a fence around a postage stamp. So let's I'll just make a motion that we approve the application with the 34.9 foot setback.
Mr. Chairman, can I offer a condition
Sure.
that this approval will be subject to all of the conditions in the prior resolution of approval?
I amend my motion to reflect that. And I'll await a second.
Seconded.
And we have a second from Bob. And Christine, you can call the roll.
Councilman Chase,
Yes.
Carl Howe. Carl. Carl.
Yes.
Pierre Rafik,
Yes.
Carol Schmidt. You're on mute, Carol.
Yes. Yes.
Jennifer Ragnow,
Yes.
Safa Mansray,
Yes.
Charles Brown,
Yes.
Robert Thomas,
Yes.
and Chairman Orsini.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members. Have a good evening, hopefully a little drier than it currently is.
No, this is a night, a little bit of a positive, right, from a virtual meeting, is that nobody had to schlep to the to the municipal building to in this weather to
Hello.
yeah, that's good. Oh, always. Yeah.
Nobody, redheaded
Sorry.
stepchild. I got it.
I